Hello, I am TJ Omotayo. I wanted to do an introductory video to let you know who I am. I was going to do a script and write out everything I wanted to say and read off of it. But that's not how I write, so me sitting down writing a script for this would be completely contradictory to who I am. So we're just going to do this on the fly. So like I said, I am TJ Omotayo. I am a writer, author, blogger, amateur photographer, and an avid foodie. So some of the things that I have written is inspirational, motivational planner, where it's undated and it allows you to do a to-do list and write out your schedule, because those are the things that I needed. I needed to be inspired every day. I needed to have a to-do list and not have little pieces of paper all over my purse. The other thing I did, the first thing that I wrote and actually published at my production company, which is Small World Productions, is Blessed Through the Mess, which is an autobiography of my own life. And what I'm currently working on is a fiction novel, which is the Grand Family series. And the first book will be out at the end of February, which is An Unexpected Love. I also guest write for Wazobia Global Times, which is a newspaper that writes inspirational news and information and allows people to understand that these are the things that people go through and how they overcame what they went through to become a success. And success means something different from one person to another. So let me read off these notes that I have. Like I said, I don't have a script, so I want to make sure that I actually read my notes. So, like I said, I've actually been writing for quite some time. The first story I actually remember coming up with is when I was a kid. I made this whole family up, and they were singers, and they won Grammys, and they traveled the world, and they sang as a family. I actually didn't write that down. I just kind of acted that out in my bedroom as if they were like my imaginary friends. But this was a story that I enacted in my head and in my free time. But later on, I decided I would write poetry and I would do short stories. And it wasn't until my adult years that I decided to sit down and actually do a book in and of itself. That it was a collective, that it wasn't little pieces. Of course, short stories, you know what they are. They're 1,000, 1,200 word stories. But to sit down and actually write a book was a feat to me. So I decided that would be interesting, that would be fun, and get to the point in which I am now, that I can actually sit down and write a series of several books and different stories and different things like that. So now it's a whole different level altogether. So the first book I actually picked up, that I actually purchased with my own money, was Maya Angelou's I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. And that story in and of itself have inspired me to write the way that I write. The story to me was very visual. As you read through it, you could see where she was. You could see the store, and you could see the dirt roads and stamps, and you almost felt as if you were there. And that's how I write my stories. I want you to know that this is a place. You actually can be there. You can actually visualize that place. When I'm talking about the different locations and different locales and restaurants and the food that they're eating and the smells and different things like that, you can actually, I want you to actually feel like you're there. I want you to feel like you're in Detroit. I want you to feel like you're in that restaurant. I want you to feel like you're on the riverfront. So those things from reading her books is what have inspired me to write the way that I write. So even when it comes to the nonfiction that I write, I want you to feel what I'm feeling. I want you to sit down when you read the book as if I'm talking to you directly, not as if you're someone that's separate or someone that doesn't know what's going on. I want you to literally feel like I have brought you into my home, that we're sitting down together, and that I'm telling you that story. and you're the one that's getting the direct attention. No matter when you pick it up, no matter when you read it, is that we have a connection, we have a relationship. So that is why I write the way I write, simply because of Maya Angelou's book. Then the other thing that I remember and constantly say is that I am me. I am inspirational, I am motivational, and I empower other people. I want to always inspire people to do the thing that they were put into this earth to do, the thing that is on their heart to do, the thing that they would if they would do it if they didn't get paid for it. So I want you to be inspired to do that particular thing. I want you to motivate you beyond the space that you're in, because sometimes you can do the things that you want to do, but then you'll get stuck. So I want to push you beyond that particular moment where you feel like you can't go any further. So I want you to be motivated to keep going, even when it seems rough, even when you're tired. I just want you to go ahead and keep pushing through, because there's something on the other side. And then I want you to feel like you're empowered simply because of who you are. It's not because you have something that's more dynamic, or you are this person that's, that stands out from the crowd or anything else, simply because of who you are. There's something that's inside of you that no one else has. There's something that only you can bring to the table. So you being who you are is empowering enough. So as long as you keep hearing that, as long as you keep seeing that, as long as people keep telling you that, even if it is just one person, even if it's me, just me, I want you to be empowered to keep on moving. So that's who I am. That's what I do. I do it even if it's not in a video, if it's in a story, if it's in a novel, if it's in a letter, if it's in a conversation that I'm having with someone that's sitting next to me that I've never met before. I will always be TJ Omotayo. So thank you so much. Thank you for listening. And I look forward to inspiring you, motivating you, empowering you, and taking you to different pieces and places of my life. So thank you so much.